Welcome back, everybody, to our grand finals, the eFootball PES 2020 competition here at IESF SEOUL 2019. I'm still rapping. I'm back with Brian Choi, and we are about to cast what might be the conclusion of this grand finals. After a nail-biting game number one, Iran's Hassan Pajani has claimed the first win in this best-of-3 grand finals series.
Yeah, definitely. Both players just cracked the intensity meter completely apart.
Turned the knob up to 11 and broke it off.
Yeah, completely demolished the meter right there. Great game displayed by both players, and Hassan Pajani was just able to eke it out in the end for a 1-0 lead. But it's not the end of it yet, Rapid.
Absolutely not. We've got at least one more game left to play, maybe even two if Odie can make the comeback happen. It's not the first time that he's been down after a heartbreaking loss in game one. This is kind of a replay of the semifinal series. So let's get into game number 2 and see if Japan's Odie can bring it back.
Yep, so Bayern Munich from left to right, and Juventus right to left. Presence to Perisic once again.
Now, we didn't have any right off the bat early goals last time, so let's see if we can keep the intensity up. And not like that.
Mismanagement from Perisic.
Yeah, kicking it out. Tweedy on the inbounds to Rugani.
TD probably going for a delete. Yep.
You know, I always wonder, Brian, if you have
What's
players that play games with like actual sports stars in them, what if you actually don't, like maybe you live on a farm, you're way out there, you don't know that this is like an international game. You think that all these names, oh my God, we got Ronaldo! Oh, he gets it in off the rebound. What?
Second effort.
Oh my God. Okay, forget what I said about no early goals allowed.
Quick slash.
Yeah. What on earth? Oh my. All right. Well, I am very, very impressed with how quickly we have turned up the intensity here. I think it's very clear that after a little bit of a lackluster start, Odie is back on his top form, coming back with an early goal and just making it look kind of easy. Watch this. He gets rejected, but Ronaldo never saying no. The defender can't even get back to his feet in time for the rebound.
Yeah, SEOUL with the mispositioning right there.
Yeah, and the bounce back out. He didn't have a good enough grip to secure the ball the first time. Second time's a charm. It's going to do it for our first goal already.
Yeah, this is very uncharacteristic of Hassan Pajani because today his game plan was to completely shut down those 3 strikers from Juventus. And he has done it really well in that first match, most of the first match. However, from the early phase of this second match, he just gave too much space to Ronaldo, and Ronaldo with his killer instinct got that first blood for Odie.
Ball back in possession of Ronaldo in midfield.
Chan to Higuain.
Higuain receives the ball, but he's offside. So what I was saying earlier is, what if you actually never watch any football? You never know the teams, the players. You don't know anything. You're just playing a fun video game. And then one day you turn on your television and you're like, wait a second, there are real people with all these names? Oh my goodness. And you find out that the game you've been playing is real in real life. Oh my goodness.
Virtual.
That's got to have happened to at least one person, right?
Sure, I guess so.
Just a funny thought to think about while we're still looking
Ronaldo.
for the tie. Ronaldo's got a great angle, but can't quite find the second goal. And for Ronaldo, we all know him as an incredible player and even an incredible character after the patch in the game. But just nobody expects such domination right off the bat here. Odie is really making a very strong statement.
Yeah, Odie has been using Ronaldo as the primary playmaker. Can not only take shots, but also deliver the ball to those 2 forwards that he utilizes, both Higuain and Mandzukic.
Ronaldo, Mandzukic.
Great interception from Hassan Pajani.
Yep. Ulrich with a reset. Can't find one of his players, but
so just to further add what I was saying about Odie's personnel use, is that we haven't seen probably almost no players use Ronaldo as the second striker on the matches that we casted who played Juventus. So instead of using Dybala as the playmaker. Odie is utilizing Ronaldo in that specific role throughout the first 60 or 70 minutes of that match, and then using the fresh Dybala into play to make clutch plays at the latter phase of the game. So it's very interesting to see how much Ronaldo can play a role here. And thus far, he has been extremely important and very valuable to Odie thus far.
Sure has. Mandzukic, not so much. A little bit of fancy footwork attempted, loses the ball, but now it's coming right back.
A great aggressive defense from Sampajani using Jerome Boateng. Christensen probably going for a Perisic. Denied by Matidi.
Yeah, gets stripped there, and now back up to Rabiot. It's so hard to maintain possession here in the center. This is where we see almost all of our turnovers happen.
Alaba converging onto Chan. Matidi looking for opportunities here. Ronaldo's open.
Yeah, Ronaldo back with the ball again.
Back to
Moving
Ronaldo.
Forward.
Immediate convergence by Higuain. Offside.
I knew he was there a little bit too quickly, but you know what? I kind of closed my eyes and hoped that it wasn't, that it was going to be a good pass. But offsides means that we are not going to see quite the same. And now a reset. Soulé, Avi, Boateng.
Overzealous on Higuain's part. And we get that solidifying second goal. Christensen. Hernandez. Sloppy turnover there. Mandzukic
on the weak side.
Probably to Rabiot.
Yeah,
and there's the Higuain. Higuain with the fake shot. Second goal coming in for Odie. Great fake shot to deceive the defenders, and followed by an actual shot with his right foot.
Japan, Odie not going down without a fight. Look at the look of frustration there. Hassan cannot believe that this is starting to go against him after he was in such a great position from the get-go in game number 1.
And he exactly knows what caused this entire nightmare. He turned the ball over at a place that he shouldn't have, and that just allowed Odie to capitalize once again.
Yeah, Odie really kind of warmed up, back on form from his semifinal performance. And now, oh, look at that. Defender, I mean, you got 2 arms, but you know they were both down bottom looking for a low kick. Unfortunately, it just popped up a little bit too high. Now 2-0, the lead here for Japan.
Yeah, that was a great execution from Odie, attempting a fake shot to the far post, then followed by an actual shot to the near post. So the goalkeeper got caught in that law of physics, so he couldn't get back on track on time.
That's true. Gravity, man. It's a rough one.
And momentum, which is also related to gravity.
That's true. I'm glad we can both flex our math and physics degrees here. Very important, of course, for esports, eFootball being one of them, of course. Alaba off to the left-hand side, over, and can't find Miller.
A bit elongated. Try to force feed to Mueller there. Boateng wins the aerial battle to Alaba.
It's coming right back.
Probably rotating to that right side.
Yep.
Potentially looking for Perisic.
Trying to come in the right side.
Mueller
does have it.
For the support by Chan with great interception, followed by a clear out.
Starting to tighten up there, but can't quite find it. Now Mandzukic forward. Higuain, not by himself, has a couple of defenders, so Boateng will strip it. And that will be our first half.
Yeah, and unlike the first match, we have almost a 50-50 possession game right now. So Odie definitely elevating his possession game and also his killer intuition by not missing any sort of opportunities given to him, whether it's by his own ability to create chances or Sam Pajani's mis-execution coming into play. So we're going for a second half. Rapid, you ready?
You know, I thought I was ready for the first half, and then Odie just turned it up to 11 and broke off the knob. It's very intense at this point, and for Hassan Pajani, you know, might not be too well. I guess if you consider his quarterfinal matches from yesterday, I guess he is kind of used to being down and then coming back. But he actually has the 1-game lead. He's the one looking to close it out here 2-0 in the grand finals.
I mean, Hassan Pajani definitely possesses that mental tenacity to make a comeback in this match, but it will be very arduous against the opponent like Odie. especially Odie is not that hyper-aggressive like Kepa is. So Odie will try to play a very possession-oriented game here from now on. So it will be up to Hassan Pajani how he's going to actually create space and opportunities. But here,
unfortunate
another
turnover.
one.
Higuain to Mandzukic, the cross kick, not good. Ulrich.
That last second clutch convergence by Hassan
running
Pajani.
for it. Gets it, the forward kick. Nah,
Boateng.
Boateng controls. Those are those dangerous turnovers, man.
Yeah.
Cannot make those and expect to win the game.
Martinez probably going for Perisic. No, directly to Lewandowski. Presents.
Yeah, the middleman.
Thiago.
To
Lewandowski.
Lewandowski.
To Perisic.
Perisic. Forward.
Back to Lewandowski.
He's
And
got it.
shoots.
It's
Oh,
off
hits
the
the goalpost. Oh.
So clutch, but we're going to get around to, Rabiot with a strip there. Takes it away forward to Ronaldo.
Yeah, great physical challenges coming in from both Rabiot and Javi Martinez. Now, Hassan Pajani back on the work. Lewandowski!
Good!
Consolation goal. Great finish by Lewandowski.
Hassan Pajani back on it. Getting a goal to put himself within striking range of the tie. We're in the second half, so not a lot of time to work with, but encouraging to see that he can get closer to tying up the score.
And this is exactly why he really favors using Bayern Munich as his main club, because Lewandowski, not only he's a great finisher, but he has the physicality to withstand against those physical defenders from Juventus as well.
Absolutely, playing a great offense and now, well, great defense previously and now transitioning that to offense. A look there at Hassan Pajani, the intensity of his eyes. That IESF logo, his jersey, of course, representing.
All right, here comes the triple substitution for Hassan Pajani.
It's time. Okay, a signature move. Now, will it work as effectively as it has before?
Now, interestingly, Odie subbed out Ronaldo and placed in Bernardeschi in that spot, so we'll see how that pans out as well. I mean, as a great finisher and a playmaker that Ronaldo is, but Odie utilized him heavily, and he might be out of spam. Bernardeschi! Big shot!
Shoots, he scores!
Well, this is exactly why Odie inserted Bernardeschi, to get the job done. And Bernardeschi indeed got the job done, Rapid.
What a beautiful decision. It's kind of rare that you see substitutions happen and then an immediate payoff. Usually it's more about changing the flow of the game, but in this case, it just changed the game itself.
Yeah, Hassan Pajani right there on your screen took a big sigh, and he knows that he shouldn't have given that much unattended space to Bernardeschi, a pacey forward who can make plays with his feet.
Look at this pass so far forward. Not offsides, but he just runs with it. Has tons of time and room to work with. Switches it over, straight on in. What a beautiful goal there by Bernardeschi off the sub.
Yeah. The defensive line for Munich was too out in the front, so they couldn't get back on time, and back to 2-score difference. Now Coman coming in for Thomas Müller. It's the triple substitution that we have been mentioning throughout the entirety.
Oh my goodness,
great convergence
delay.
and interception there, but back to Hernandez. For Perisic, probably. Nope. Back to SEOUL.
Yeah, cleared back out, coming right back in.
Yeah, Odie taking a defensive stance by lowering all his players' relative positioning towards his own box. And Lewandowski!
Oh, he gets it up the rebound!
Hassan Pajani exhibiting that mental tenacity with his great execution.
Striking back.
Not yet, Odie. Not just yet. And we still have 20 more minutes,
That's
Rapid.
right, plenty of time. If this is any indication, we've seen games turn wildly with only minutes left on the clock.
Yeah, great initial header by Coutinho, getting that rebound off from Szczesny, and then Lewandowski was just right in the front, getting that ball, says no to Matidi, and then gets that goal finished up. Great finish
Absolutely
by Lewandowski.
beautiful, man. Hassan Pajani is not giving up at all. He is continuing to fight extremely hard, and now some of our last final adjustments being made. Like you said, we do only have 20 minutes left in regulation.
I think 20 minutes is plenty for both of these players to score a goal or even more than one goal.
We've seen them turn it around before. Let's see if Hassan Pajani can take a lead for the first time in the second game.
Well, Hassan Pajani is fully aware of why the scoreboard is like that right now, so he's going to mitigate as many turnovers as possible in his side of the pitch.
Abiat over to Kadira.
Kadira subbed in for Chan. Try to solidify that frontier defensive line in front of his actual center backs using Kadira. At the same time, also get the ball delivered to his attackers as well. Trying to play very balanced from Odie.
Here over to Rabiot. Let's see if either player can really mount a solid offense here, because it's just been so back and forth, especially when you talk about the middle of the field. So many turnovers so far, but now finally seems to be making a shift here. Rabiot making it pass through up to Bernadeschi. A big score, goes for it.
Great body block. Now he's being aggressive. Sam Pajani has readjusted his players' positionings, but intercepted.
Yeah, returned all the way back up. Bernadeschi,
It's
great
2-on-2.
position. Over to Higuain. Another beautiful goal here by Odie to all but seal the deal here. He is up 2 points, 2 goals, and now if there's any time for a miracle to happen for Hassan Pajani, it's now.
Yeah, Sam Pajani. He set up his overall positioning towards his box when Odie was on the offensive end. As soon as he got the possession over, he immediately switched to being hyper-aggressive. And as soon as he turned the ball over back to Odie, that was the end of the story. And it was 2-on-2. Bernadeschi getting that lob pass to Higuain. Higuain with that great finish once again. Clutches it out for Odie.
Odie now up 4-2, up by 2 goals. See if he can make it back in. I mean, Mandzukic with a clutch steal. It's up to Bernadeschi again. Oh my God, he could go all the way.
Yeah, Alaba doesn't have enough stamina to recover, and Bernadeschi.
I think just adding on to the domination that we are seeing here from Odie. He said, look, I fought as hard as I could in the first game, and it just wasn't enough. Here in game number 2, he is not going to let that happen again.
It is the icing on the cake, Rapid, and Sam Pajani acknowledges that he's not getting back into this second match, but he needs to figure out how he's going to make adaptations to Odie's style and personnel use now. Because Odie has shown that he's not going to use both Bernadeschi and Dybala from the first half, and primarily play with Ronaldo as the playmaker at that second striker position throughout the majority of the first half, followed by the second half. So he needs to make also proper adjustments, whether that's being tactical or personnel. But Sam Pajani has been just rigid with his personnel substitutions. That triple substitution is coming in that 60-minute mark. So definitely he needs to make further adjustments, whether it's being strategical or tactical, end of Sam Pajani.
We're coming in, single-digit time left on the clock. So if there's ever a time for Hassan Pajani to make the miracle happen, it's now.
Perisic, probably to Hernandez. Oh, Hernandez, where are you going?
Gets stripped up to Mandzukic. Guy's got some goals under his belt.
Completely drifted away for an unknown reason.
In the air, pass up to Bernadeschi. Mandzukic off of Alaba.
Higuain still have chance.
Got it forward. Mandzukic gets the possession for a moment.
Great last-second block, but
Rabiot gets it. A lofty kick up in the air.
Punches it out.
Oh, Alaba. That was about to be a unintentional goal there for sure. But already passes it forward. Martinez Alaba.
Sam Pajani is trying to recollect his problems in this match, trying to figure out how he's going to make adjustments.
Ooh, somehow Mandzukic gets a little bit ahead of everybody. Bernadeschi through the feet, can't find the ball. That's just going to be cleared. That's it, a 5-2 score. To make a very strong statement from Japan, Odie back on the board to tie the series up at 1-1.
Yeah, Udie's resiliency coming in clutch in that second match here. And both players exhibited that supreme mental tenacity. Sam Pajani from the quarterfinals and Odie in both semis and the finals. So this is going to be an epic third and rubber match.
I mean, this is just potentially the coolest storyline we could have asked for, right? I mean, both of these are very incredibly talented competitors, but the biggest facet of this is just how they're able to just slug it back and forth. In the first game, it was just right back and forth with Odie not able to clutch it out there at the end. And in game number 2, he makes a dominant statement. And that's going to send us to a quick break before we come back with the final game of the grand finals of eFootball PES 2020. So don't go anywhere.